What's going on, guys? Your boy Joe Shake72 coming guys with it right now. So obviously I want to go over some news, and we're trying to, I guess finding out more. I can't wait till this is over. I mean, this channel should be called the Carson Wentz Information Channel. I mean, honestly, because this is really all I talk about. I'm getting kind of sick of it as of right now. So 97.5 The Fanatic. Obviously, they've heard some news. Jeff McLean said this. I was told by a source, direct knowledge, Carson Wentz wanted to get traded. This was after they fired Doug Peterson, brought in Nick Sirianni. This is clear that he is unhappy with the front office. We're not surprised. We're not surprised. And here's the thing that's it just baffles my mind. Why? If you have a franchise quarterback, now I understand Carson, I was willing. When Carson was starting this year, I was willing to just roll with the punches and hopefully he turned back into what he was. That's what I was hoping for this year. Before any of the trade talks happened, before anything was going on, I said, Carson Wentz is their quarterback. I'll support him. It is what it is. I hope he turns it around, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. If you have a franchise quarterback that doesn't like your GM, why is your GM fired? Why isn't the GM fired? You got a quarterback that doesn't even want to talk to your GM. You have a quarterback that's taking phone calls from everybody. From everybody in the front office. Carson Wentz taking phone calls from everybody. But not taking calls from Howie Roseman, who was probably upset that Doug was fired, honestly. Didn't like to... maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe I think everyone got replaced but Howie Roseman. I think that's been the problem. I don't think it was really the Doug firing that maybe said it, but I think because a brand new coaching staff... Because, guys... In reality, when you put in a brand new coaching staff with a head coach, your GM never is safe. Usually when teams get new head coaches with assistants and everything on a complete rebuild, 9 times out of the 10 times, your GM is released, fired, whatever. But that didn't happen. So, obviously, 2021 is Howie Roseman's last year on his contract. We're going to be rolling with the punches. And you know what? It is what it is, guys, because every excuse we're going to have this year is all on Howie Roseman. And that's just the truth, period. I don't like really talking about him too much, but, and I could say, oh, this is a problem because of Howie Roseman. This is a problem because of Howie Roseman. That's not working because it's Howie Roseman. I understand that because I hope there's some collaborative effort for free agency and the draft this year because I'm telling you right now, if they pick the wrong guys in this draft, I mean, it's going to be a really bad year. Well, I mean, we'll have a top 10 pick again next year. And hopefully Howie Roseman is out the door. So think of it like this. If the Eagles play horrible, Howie Roseman will probably get fired after this year. And things could probably finally turn around. But the problem is that he messed up this cap space. He's messed up just the grit of this locker room. He's messed up everything here. There's already been reports that came out a few days ago from a reporter already talking to multiple Eagles players saying that the issue is still in the building. Doug Peterson wasn't the problem. They said that Carson Wentz isn't the problem. They said the problem is still in the building, which pretty much means it's Howie Roseman. You got your franchise quarterback that's not even taking calls from your GM. Doesn't like the front office moves. This is why Carson hasn't talked about Nick Sirianni. This is why he hasn't done anything. And I agree with some of the things. As the news comes out, because people are, oh, well, you said this last week. And yeah, well, this is before I've heard about some news. I mean, things change. Things change. But hearing this, you're picking your GM that hasn't had... That's only drafted, not even 2 Pro Bowlers in 50 picks, the last 50 picks of the draft, over a guy that had some success, has been hurt a few times, and has a good head on his shoulders and, wants to play and wants to, be here. But definitely not going to be here now. After that Doug firing and after how everything was said and done, Jeffrey Lurie had everybody fired. Everything was pretty much gone. Rebuild. The fans were waiting on Howie Roseman to get fired. It never even happened, period, of what even transpired here. You know, all I want to do in 2021 is enjoy Eagles football. You know, I want to enjoy an okay season, whether it's not going to be, because look, guys, at the end of the day, guys, we're not going to be contenders. We're not holding up a trophy next year. We might not even win the division next year, because as of right now, because obviously it's too early in the offseason, but as of right now, the Giants are better than us. The Washington football team is a quarterback away from being a very, very, very good team. Once Washington actually gets a quarterback, yeah, things are going to happen. They tried trading for Matthew Stafford. Didn't happen, obviously, because they didn't put up too much compensation. The Cowboys probably going to re-sign Dak. They're probably going to put a tag on him, and he's going to play his butt off. And the Cowboys probably would have won the division this year. Probably would have. Or the Giants. Cowboys or Giants would have won the division this year. And the Giants, obviously, they're getting better with drafting. They're getting some pieces back. Saquon Barkley's back next year. And there's a lot going on with that team now. Okay? So, with the Eagles, it's just a total mess. I don't even know who's going to play next year. We have no secondary. We have a running back we don't even feed the ball to. We have a quarterback. You know, we have a quarterback in Jalen Hurts, which, you know what? I don't favor Hurts over Wentz, and I don't favor Wentz over Hurts. I know Wentz has the talent inside, but obviously outside noise has pretty much messed everything up there. Jalen Hurts got drafted here. How can I be mad at him? It's not his fault he got drafted here. It's not his fault he got put into this huge mess. This huge mess. Okay? So, and he just wants to do his thing this offseason, you know, doing the right things, doing the good things, and he's probably thinking, hey, I'm going to be the starting quarterback. He was welcoming the competition of Carson Wentz at camp. But, guys, we might just have to wait another year. I mean, you never know, guys. You never know. Obviously, the only thing that I see successful this year is trading Carson Wentz for good compensation, because Howie's good at trading with the numbers. He's good at fleecing teams. He's good at getting what he needs from a team. He's good at trading assets, and that's what he is doing. And I think I think he's going to do a great job with the trade of Carson Wentz. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Everything is a huge question mark as of right now. I've done draft videos here and there, but it's hard for me to even get by this because I want to know who our quarterback is. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of being patient. I'm just tired of it all, because at the end of the day, guys, you know, this team is not contending in 2021. Does not mean I won't be watching. I love this team. I hope I can go to a few games this year and just relax and go back to my second home at Lincoln Financial Field. I'm just hoping to God that I could do that. But we might just have to roll with the punches in 2021. We might have to roll with the punches. Okay? I think Howie's on a short leash for this year. I think putting that, you know, because obviously Howie Roseman did mention some of these draft picks. He's seen, I mean, Jeffrey Lurie has seen it. These receivers that we've passed on, everybody that we've passed on that is being successful, 50 picks, not even two Pro Bowlers and 50 picks. And, you know, it's all PR and it's all the PR words of, you know, oh, we're doing a great job. I think Howie Roseman's doing a fantastic. Yeah, all right. We're not going to tell the truth there. But we're just going to have to roll with the punches in 2021. You know what? If we draft someone great, I'm going to be happy about it. And just think of it. If we at least do some of these other things, if we go into free agency, okay, not like I'm saying we're going to have a lot to spend, but if we go into free agency, you know, we can get some of these Colts players that are going to be free agents. It could be a big, you know, tribute to this team. Or when you go into the draft, you do well at drafting, and, you know, for some reason, if we get lucky in this draft and draft well, go through the season, doesn't go well because of a lot of outside factors, then you go into 2022 with a fired Howie Roseman, a new GM that walks in this building, puts his hands on this roster, and does something really good with it. Because it bothers me that Howie's still here. I don't really say it on videos too much, but it bothers me. I'm trying to be optimistic of the season, but I am truthful of what's going on. You guys know me by now, okay? But this has got to stop. This has got to change. And this is Howie Roseman's last chance, pretty much. You have a quarterback that doesn't take phone calls from your GM, that does not like your GM, but you pick Howie Roseman over your quarterback that is so down right now. And this is why this trade was requested, because of the front office decisions that are made. Like I said, I don't put everything on Carson Wentz, but his play was inexcusable. But I understand his frustration in a lot of ways. Okay? No one deserves that. We're hurt every year. I don't know if we're if we're even hiring doctors, medical examiners at this point, because we're hurt every single year. I mean, it gets worse every single year. I mean, by training camp, we already have like 7, 8 injuries going to our first game. I mean, that's just crazy. This is the Eagles. This is why when I look at the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and they're like, oh, they had to move a right tackle to left tackle. That's it? You had to move a right tackle to left tackle for a game? Wow. Really now? We changed their offensive line 14 times. Oh, Patrick Mahomes is dealing with a bad toe? Ooh, nothing compared, because Carson dealt with, his back, his foot, his leg. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. We've dealt with quarterbacks. We've dealt with so many changes. I want the injuries to stop. That's number 2, because we can't even get the full potential of this team every year when we're hurt non-stop. There's like a line at the blue tent outside every single day. We got to take the bullets. We just got to take the punches in 2021. We might not like this situation, but at the end of the day, we need to root for this team. And you know what? We're probably going to lose some games. I don't know. Nick Sirianni, I think he's intellectually tough. I think he knows what he's talking about. I think he knows what to do with an offense. I like the coach hirings. I think the one thing I really wasn't upset about, I love all these coaches. I love Nick Sirianni. I like Shane Steichen as offensive coordinator. I like Jonathan Gann as the DC. I like our special teams defensive line coach. I like everybody we actually hired, but obviously that root of work has to be on the ground, and we have to build it back up, because this team is definitely on some sort of a retool / rebuild, but not entirely. But they have a big chance to make a huge trade for, obviously, quarterback for Carson Wentz. The Carson Wentz thing is done. There's, even if they fired Howie, I don't think it would matter. There's just too much. It's just that they're very suspect right now. There's too much going on, and it's a total disaster as of right now. So Howie Roseman's not going to get fired. Unfortunately, Carson is just, you know what? When Carson was playing bad this year, they never helped him with anything. They didn't even try benching him for a long time. I mean, there was no talks with the quarterback. There was no talks during the season with the quarterback. They allowed him to play that way, and there was no talks to help your quarterback. You see your players struggling on the field. They never even did anything. Never done anything for him at all. Even though Carson was just embarrassing this year, because everyone gets something. Okay, everybody does. Everybody gets something. It's not just one guy. Everybody gets a bit of the blame. Everybody. Doesn't matter who it is. They didn't help Carson Wentz. They pat him on the back. It's okay. And then have these press conferences that were replays every single week until it was the time to bench him. And that's when pretty much Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie were like, well, Doug, I guess you're right. We should probably just bench him. After how many weeks of him playing that way? So there's a lot of issues. Carson doesn't deserve to be here, doesn't want to be here. He deserves to play somewhere else where it's a normal situation, where everything is actually pretty normal. Not here, not in this big chunk of a mess we have going on here. He does not deserve it. And I think, with Jalen Hurts, he's new. I don't think any of the outside noise. I think he's just going to do what he has to do this offseason, and he's going to be our starting quarterback. No, I don't think he's John Elway. No, I don't think he's going to lead us to a championship. But you know what? At least we have him. I'll never ever say that I accepted that draft pick, that I agreed with Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl next year, I still wouldn't agree with that draft pick. I don't think anybody liked that draft pick, regardless. But we all knew when Jalen Hurts got drafted, a problem was just starting. A problem was just happening. It was creating. It was in mold. It was coming together until right now this year. All these problems. So let me know. This video is 15 minutes long, so let me cut it short. But other than that, guys, that's about it. See you guys later. Shakes, what up? Follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.